All right. Ba 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 ba. All right. Can everybody hear me now? Yeah? All right. Spencer, you say something as well. Make sure they can hear you.
All right. Can you hear me?
Okay. Cool. Hi, everybody. Take two. Welcome back. This is your monthly Baldman Games announcement stream. You've noticed that we've done a little bit of rebranding, so we are scrying ahead, and that's going to be what we're going with now. But we're very excited to be here. It's been days since I've been on a stream with Spencer. I'm your host, Jenny Loveday, the Baldman Games social media coordinator, and I don't know, I talk a bunch and
I'm
stuff.
Spencer.
Yeah, and this is Spencer, slightly less Baldman, and our online event coordinator, who's having some video issues today. But the sound is pretty good, so if that doesn't sync up and it drives you wild, please just don't stare into his eyes, okay? But we got a lot to talk about today, a lot to talk about. Um, so just want to kind of get started with a little bit of our agenda. That way everyone knows what's going on. We got a giveaway again happening later in the broadcast, as always, giving away some tickets for the virtual D&D weekend. We're going to talk about our charity for the month, what we're going to be streaming this month, a little bit of information on Dragon Marks doing our giveaway, talking about what games will be available in September for you to play. And then a little bit about what's coming up for October and November. Announcing that giveaway winner, of course, which I know is really what you're all here for, right? The giveaway. And then we'll sum it up again, everything for anyone who joined late. And absolutely, Holly King, it's best not to stare into his eyes. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and start. Spencer, why don't you tell everyone a little bit about our charity for the month?
All right. For those who don't know, the back half of September and the first half of October are Hispanic History Month. Called I can't remember what they call it now. Oh, brain blanking.
Hispanic
It
Heritage
is a
Month.
celebration of. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Heritage. It's Hispanic Heritage Month, which is when our event's taking place. So we thought it would be great to do something to help promote Spanish culture, Hispanic culture in through our event. So this month we'll be giving all our donations to LULAC, the League of United Latin American Citizens. It's the largest and oldest Hispanic organization in the United States, advancing the economic condition, educational attainment, political influence, housing, health, and civil rights of Hispanic Americans through community-based programs. We're very excited to do this. I myself am part Hispanic, so I think this is a fantastic charity. So I'm very, very glad we're doing this. Whew,
Yeah. All right.
uh,
What are we streaming? I guess we'll start with that. We're streaming this, the Scry Ahead. Like I mentioned a moment ago, that's going to be our new name for the monthly announcement stream, and we're going to continue doing it monthly, 12 days before the event starts, or 2 days before ticket sales start, or unknown number of days after the previous event ends because that's kind of variable. I don't know how you track these things, so the important thing is that nothing has changed aside from the name. We've also got something new coming up.
we've got one very odd stream. Well, we say one very odd stream, but it's actually going to be a series of very odd streams. We've already done the first one. You can check it out now. It's already on VOD if you'd like to go take a look at it on our YouTube and probably here on Twitch. It's a new monthly stream where we talk about the latest 1D&D playtest, news, and analysis, and how it will all affect the virtual D&D weekends. We cannot give you fixed dates in advance for the show because we were told we're not allowed to, but we will announce them every month as soon as the playtest material for that month goes live. That's when we'll tell you within 24 hours when the stream is going to be.
As soon as it
Um,
materializes. I'm sorry, I'll go now.
yes.
And we are also still working on our actual play stream that we've got it in development right now. So we're gonna have more news on that soon. TM. Uh, I'm pretty excited about that though. We've got a great plan lined up for that.
So
Dragon
much.
Marks, Spencer. What's going on with Dragon Marks?
Okay, you've all been super patient, and we don't have all the things that we want to have ready quite yet. But I can tell you that our tool that will let you check your dragon marks, your current count, is in progress and will be available soon, but not quite yet. That said, there is some actual news. The first thing is that we can tell you now that your first opportunity to spend rewards is coming in October. That is not this month, but next month for Liars Nights. We can't tell you exactly what it is quite yet, but it's going to be very special and exclusive to people who spend their dragon marks on it. So you'll turn in dragon marks and you'll be able to get an opportunity to buy a
Vibing?
ticket to that event. Doesn't get you a free ticket, but um, I can also confirm at this time that there will be a limited edition end of the year T-shirt. We're working on the design still, but it will be unique to this year. It'll be available for a limited period of time at the end of the year to those who've got enough dragon marks earned, as well as qualifying DMs. But after that order goes through, it's done. It goes away forever, never to be made again.
That's going to be an important T-shirt that everyone needs to get for their T-shirt quilt.
Yes,
that's what
absolutely.
we all do with our T-shirts, right? In the end, after we've worn them, and then we're like, oh, these have to get out of my closet.
Those of you, those who can quilt can. I'm not so talented with anything to do with sewing, knitting, quilting, any of that. One thing I want to mention though is that for the T-shirts, so for the games, you'll have to spend your dragon marks. You will have an amount accumulated, and you'll spend an amount to get access to buy tickets for the games. For the T-shirt though, you don't need to spend dragon marks on it. It's based your qualification is based on how many you've earned in total, not how many you have right now. So if you play games regularly and you spend your dragon marks to get access to special games, go ahead and do that. It doesn't mean you'll miss out on the T-shirt. That'll happen to everyone who met that minimum guideline, the minimum bar at some point. Hopefully that's clear to everyone.
Yeah, and that will be available in text format later for those of you who were like, that was a lot coming at me. We will write this all down. Don't worry. Now for
and I'm a little discombobulated today.
Yeah, now for I don't know if everyone's favorite part of the stream, but some people's favorite part of the stream, the giveaway and the fine print. One lucky winner will get 2 free tickets to a game of their choice for the September virtual D&D weekend. The winner will be contacted via Twitch. There's the dialog box icon up the top, says Whisper, and you'll want to check that. You have to be following the channel to be eligible. No purchase or subscription is necessary. However, the contest will close in exactly 20 minutes from when Ted clicks the start button, and the code word for this month is going to be !Scry. That is SCRY. All lowercase, not that it really matters. All right, so you can start putting that in whenever you want, and we will draw on that winner in shortly after 20 minutes. All right. Now onto the meat and the potatoes. What are we going to be running in September? That's what we're all here for.
So much stuff. So much stuff. All right, let's dive in. The first thing that I know everyone's excited about is the 1D&D playtest. So virtual D&D weekends are your only source for Adventurers League legal 1D&D playtest. You can run it at home with your friends. You can playtest it however you like. If you want to do it as part of Adventurers League, you gotta do it with us at virtual weekends.
Sorry, I'm cracking up because Ted is channeling me and just not everyone else can't see him, so sorry. We've also got more stuff, more information about that. Go ahead, carry on.
Yes. So we'll be running for the next few months. We'll be running selected adventures from Journeys to the Radiant Citadel. We'll be running one Tier 1 and one Tier 2 adventure every month. That's the plan, at least. This month it is Salted Legacy and Wages of Vice, Tier 1 and a Tier 2. These adventures are going to be managed separately from the regular Adventures League Radiant Citadel. So if you don't want to have anything to do with playtests, that's cool. They'll be separate tables. The 1D&D tables we specially marked to make them very obvious. They'll have a tag that says 1D&D on them. They'll use the 1D&D logo for the little icon in the corner, and they'll have a special tag so you can sort by tags that'll be 1D&D. Make it really clear. If you want details on how 1D&D works at our events, check out baldman.link/odd ODD. Baldman.link/ODD. That is where we have all the details. But there are other ways to play the Journeys to the Radiant Citadel if you don't like to do playtesting, Ginny.
Indeed, you can just play regular old Radiant Citadel with the current rules. This month we're going to be doing Written in Blood. That is designed for level 3 characters. That's a repeat that we've had again. New this month, we're going to be doing Wages of Vice, and that's for level 5 characters. You can play those with any Tier 1 Forgotten Realms character, but we do strongly encourage, as a matter of fact, the campaign as a whole strongly encourages that you stick as closely as possible to that level number. So it's 3 and 5 respectively, but if you don't have that, don't feel like you need to be excluded on that. And then we've got some.
I just realized my typo there. It's tier 1 for Food Written in Blood and tier 2 for Wages of Ice.
That is true, because level 5 is technically tier 2.
Yeah, but that's my fault for typing that wrong.
I thought about that, and then I was like, it makes sense still.
Okay.
All right.
Spelljammer.
Spelljammer. In space.
All right. In space. All right. So we are continuing to run through Spelljammer. Again, as a reminder, it is part of the Forgotten Realms campaign. So you play it with your normal Forgotten Realms campaign. It's not an alternate like Critical Role or Eberron or anything else. All right. So we've got two ways to play. The first is Spelljammer Academy. These are 2-hour adventures. There's 4 of them. They introduce the setting, help get your character up to tier 2. They're a fun, short, easy introduction. We've packaged them nicely into 2 4-hour blocks. So you buy 1 ticket, gets you 4 hours, 2 adventures packaged together. You start at level 1 and 2 for the first adventure, level 3 and 4 for the second ticket. You have to play them in order. You cannot play 3 and 4 and then go back and play 1 and 2. Not letting that happen. It really messes the adventures up real bad. After you've done those, or if you don't want to do those, you move on to Light of Xerxes. This is the hardcover adventure from Spelljammer Adventures in Space. We have packaged it into 4-hour episodes. Those are 2 chapters each, incidentally, but we're just going to call them episodes for clarity. So there will be 6 episodes in total. We ran episode 1 last month. That'll be back again this month. We're also rolling out episodes 2 and 3 this month. So there will be 3 episodes in total, episode 1, 2, and 3, all available. You level when the DM tells you. Try and stick as close to the level guide as possible. That'll be listed in the adventure notes. Whew.
Then,
keep going. There's a lot more.
Yeah. Then, if you want to play something a little bit more familiar or a little bit more, I don't know, typical to Forgotten Realms, Dreams of the Red Wizards is still around. For Terminal Ambitions, the storyline that's been ongoing forever, it feels like. I mean, forever, it feels like. We are running number 18 through 20 plus the 4th epic, which is amazing. It's a wonderful epic. It's the best epic ever. I am not biased in any way, shape, or form. It's an okay epic. In all honestly, it's okay. I like it, but that doesn't mean you have to. But we're going to be running those. We do also have the Dreams of the Red Wizards intro mods, the Red Seeds. Yeah, Red Seeds. These are 4 2-hour mods that introduce the conflict. They can serve as an alternative to Spelljammer to get you ready for the new Dreams of the Red Wizards storyline. They're packaged as 2 4-hour blocks. They are tier 1. They can be played out of order. Doesn't matter. Just play them. They're fun. They're great fun. Highly recommend. We've also got Critical Role stuff still.
Critical Role, yeah, it's moving along quite nicely. We've got Part 5A and Part 5B back this month. We have them packaged into 4-hour blocks at this point. So there's a block that is Part 5A and then Part 5B Library, and then there's a block that is Part 5B Consortium and Alliance. These are the parts that introduce factions. You can play all the different 5Bs to try out all the factions. They'll try, test drive before you lock yourself into a contract. They're in 4 blocks. Those are very simple. And then we have parts 6 to 10 this month. So parts 9 and 10 are the new ones this month, but we also part 6, 7, and 8 back. Part 6 is 2 hours long. That sort of wraps up the stuff that we started in 5A and 5B. Part 7, Part 8, Part 9, and Part 10 are all 4 hours each. That is where things really start getting heated up as we are moving towards the finale of this campaign at breakneck speed. One thing to note is for Part 6 and beyond, you are locked into whatever faction you joined. Once you join a faction, you cannot back out, so you're stuck with them. But that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, once you join the faction, like, you can't leave. You've got your secrets.
That's
right.
Makes
sense. It makes sense. All right. We also have some classic DDAL seasonal adventures. So we have Season 1, Tyranny of Dragon modules, not the hardcover. So that is DDEX 1-7, Drums in the Marsh. DDEX 1-8, Tales Tree Tale, and DDEX 1-9, Outlaws on the Iron Route. Those are actually some of my favorite adventures. It's all nostalgia at this point in time. I've gone back and I'm like, man, some of the newer stuff is so like technically so much better, but like I have a fondness in my heart for those. We also have season 4 Curse of Strahd modules, again, not the hardcover, being run by our very own Mitch Smithson. These are part of the Forgotten Realms campaign, not the Ravenloft Mist Hunters. So Mist Hunters and Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft are not legal resources for this. This month, Mist is going to be running DAL 4-11 The Dungeon and 12-13 The Raven and the Horseman. Those are 2-hour adventures being packaged together into a single 4-hour slot. So you got your 2 4-hour options. That'll get you 3 adventures. And if you haven't played it, the Ravenloft campaign is great. And you can step in the middle of it. I definitely started in the middle of it and then went back. We've also got some author sessions. We've been doing a fair number of those.
Oh, so many this month. So many. So first, our very own Paul Gabbett has a brand new Wild Beyond the Witchlight Dungeon Craft trilogy. We'll be running part 1 and part 2 this month. We couldn't fit all 3 in because there's so many other things going on. So we'll be running Anna's Embrace and Alexander's Hand this month. Next month we'll be running Alexander's Hand and the third part, whose name I've just forgotten. But we'll be running this part 2 and part 3 next month. So if you want to play part 1, you got to do it this month. Part 2 and 3, you can wait a month if you need to. Our own Luis Ricardo, who some of you will know from the Portuguese chapter of our virtual D&D weekends, is also has co-written an adventure trilogy with another team of ours, Patricia Brito. They've written their own WBW DC trilogy, and Luis will be running part 1 and part 2 this month. Again, we couldn't fit the third part in; the schedule was just too full. So he'll be running Breath on the Run, or Breathe on the Run. Breath on the Run, and Between One World and Another, with again part 2 and 3 running next month. Shu Ching, the amazing Shu Ching, any silver medal winner, will be running her Dungeon Craft of the Solitude of Solace. This is a dark tale with elements of psychological horror. It's not a light, fluffy tale, despite being set in Wild Beyond the Witchlight. So keep that in mind. But if you're looking for something a little darker than average, and you've already gone through all the DRW
also,
things.
Shu's amazing.
Shu is amazing. One of my favorites. Just amazing.
And more.
Lastly, yeah, our own Bird Dickman. We have a lot of talented authors. I mean,
I'm so proud of all of our Dungeon Craft authors that are coming out of Baldman Games. And, like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm just so proud of all of you. You're amazing.
Yeah, they really are. So Bird has her first Dungeon Craft Spelljammer adventure, which is super excited. It's called Singularity. I have a whole blurb about it, but I'm not going to read all of them because we'll just run out of time if I read all the blurbs for all these.
Yeah, no.
It's super exciting. I'm super excited for it. I might grab a ticket to that one myself. I'm just saying that right now.
I am. I'm traveling that weekend, and I'm so upset because I can't play. All right. And for those of you who always want to play Tier 4, we have more Tier 4 run by Andrew Giese. This month, he is running DDAL 5-18, The Mysterious Isle, and 5-19, The Eye of Zifu. I have a fond memories of those and a meteor storm gone wrong. He is also running POBK 107, Beyond the Portal, and PABK 108, Dark Side of the Rune. Those are 2 from our friends over at Gamehole Con, and those are pretty fun as well. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, we've got our all-new Learn to Play. Is an excerpt from the Dragon of Stormwreck Isle. It's dragons, I'm pretty sure. The new D&D starter kit. Yeah, Stormwreck Isle has multiple dragons, and they're all really cool. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Spencer's not running any random stuff this month. We've got too much content.
I was going to. I had a thing lined up, and I took one look at the schedule and went, nope, it's full. So, but wait for October.
Yeah. Oh my God, there's so much going on. All right, and for those of you who want to see the grid, the handy dandy link is, as always, baldman.link/September-grid. Yes, sir, you can come be on the stream. Say hello. All right, what's coming up for October and November? What's coming up?
Oh boy.
What are the dates?
First of all, let's start let's start with the dates. Yeah, we've got new dates. We've talked about these before. These were moved to coincide with the 1D&D playtest. Though serendipitously, it also lines up October with Halloween, or Liar's Night, as we call it around these parts, which is kind of ideal because we are going to run Liar's Night stuff anyway. So the October dates are October 28th to 30th, the weekend right before Halloween, or Liar's Nights, and the November dates are now November 18th to the 20th.
You can
We also
get
have
that
December dates on our
in.
calendar.
Yeah, you can get that November in before Thanksgiving with the family. So, that's great.
I forget you guys have Thanksgiving so late
Yeah, I don't know why you have yours so early. I mean, gosh,
because it's still
Canada.
warm out. It's nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want it to be nice and cool so I can stuff my belly and take a good nap. All right, though. Events that are removed from rotation are not gone. There are numerous ways that you can play those. Our red carpet events um, are always an option. Baldmangames.com/the red carpet treatment, dashes between each of those words. We're going to drop that link in chat. Applications for the September virtual D&D weekend are closed already, but October will open after the September show closes. So with that red carpet, you can choose a number of adventures that you want to run, 2, 3, 4, 5, however many you want there. You have to have a whole group to do that, as always. All that information and more will be found on that link. We're going to drop it in chat. Also, we've got our home game in the cloud that's launching in full very soon. We've been doing our beta on that, and it's been going very well. That is perfect for those of you who want to get a campaign or finally play that hardcover that you've been wanting to play for 4 years. I don't know anyone like that. That's me. It's me. We also, of course, if there is atypically high demand and request, we will occasionally bring things back if it looks like there's enough demand to make it work. See, for example, this month we are running that DRW EP4 Tears Among the Stars because you all love it because it's amazing. What else do we have in October and November? More Spelljammer.
More Spelljammer. So Spelljammer's gonna keep trucking along. We're gonna keep running the Spelljammer Academy adventures as long as you people want to play them. Honestly, we don't have a fixed date in mind for that, but we'll just as long as your people are demanding them, we'll keep running them. We will be rolling out episode 4 and episode 5 next month in October, and then we will be finishing it off with episode 6, the final episode, in November. After that, as that storyline wraps up, we'll continue running it for a little while, obviously, so people get caught up if they're a little behind. But there's something else taking over. The new DRW, which we'll talk about in just a second, will be taking over in December. Also, we'll keep running author DCs as long as the authors keep bringing them to us. Got the first one this month, as mentioned previously, Bird Dickman's awesome new DC Singularity. We're hoping for more for future months, but that'll depend on the authors.
All right.
But speaking of that DRW, Jenny.
Speaking of DRW, if you haven't been following the announcements, it was announced that is now being managed by Baldman Games. It's going to be the same storyline that Greg Marks and the DDAL admins previously announced. They are still overseeing, kind of at a high level, the campaign there. Happens right after the Light of Xerxes, but you do not need to have played the Light of Xerxes in order to enjoy it. We're going to be kicking it off with an epic in December. I always loved kicking off a season with an epic. We did that with season 10 for Rime of the Frost Maiden, and oh my god, that was so much fun. All right. We've also got, we're still doing Netherdeep.
Yeah, Critical Role continues on with Call of the Netherdeep. Part 5 and 6 are done after this month, so if you've not played Part 5 and or Part 6 yet, get those done this month. We'll continue running. We'll continue dropping parts, the bottom parts off the oldest parts off the rotation as we add new parts. Next month, we will be rolling out parts 11 and 12, which are the final 2 parts of this campaign. We'll continue to run it, obviously, through at least November, longer if there's demand, probably quite a bit longer. But this is it. We're coming to the end of Call of the Netherdeep, and the ending is something else. If you've been playing through, or if you sort of like let it lie a little bit, you don't want to miss the ending. It's spectacular.
It is. All right. The classic seasons, we're going to keep those going. The season 1 Tyranny of Dragons, we're going to continue running 2 new mods each month through the fall, plus the 1 repeat from the previous month. We've got that big finale planned for December, so we're coming up on that finale really quickly. Mitch is also working on wrapping up Curse of Strahd. If you missed something for there, it is gone. We're going to be wrapping it up for Liar's Night. That's October, so next month, that's going to be it. I am excited to see what he's got planned there. And speaking of Liar's Night, we've got plans.
So many plans. We can't give you full details, but I can tell you we have at least 4 different things planned for Liar's Night. Some of which are Vendors League, some of which aren't. We're still taking suggestions from our DMs if they have ideas. We've got a special event that Ted's working on that I think I'm helping with a little bit. We've got the special thing I'm going to be running, which is the random thing I've been saving up for months. We've got a couple other special ventures we're trying out. It's going to be fantastic, spooky, special fun.
Related and unrelated to that, like I highly recommend that everyone put together their both best creepy space clown costume for Liar's Night, for Gamehole Con, for wherever you're going. Please bring out the clowns. All right, these are only plans, right, Spencer?
These are only plans. So this is our best guess at what we'll be running, but things change. Demand changes, sometimes unexpectedly. Sometimes new things crop up, like all our plans for the last couple months kind of going out the window with all the things that have happened this month. So keep in mind, we make no guarantees, but we will do our best to stick to them. And also note that the farther out we go, the more likely things are to be wrong, because like we're Scry. Look, the Scry spell's not 100% people.
No, it's not. It's luck is a die, everybody. But if you do want to see the current 3-month plan, you can always find that at baldman.link/3-month, and I've just dropped that in the chat. Alrighty.
Sure, I updated that grid correctly.
I
think you did it right.
It's okay. It's okay. It's wrong. It's fine. All right, now for the announcement of our giveaway winner. Drum roll, everybody. Showing up in the chat, right? Right?
I mean, you were too fast. You were too fast.
Oh no! Oh no! How long do we have left? Oh gosh, apparently it hasn't been 20 minutes, everybody. So we'll come back to that.
Wow. All right.
That was a first.
Yeah, we've never gone through it this fast before.
Yeah, Spencer and I were so concerned about going too long that we talked really fast. And like, all right, Fluffy Pink Bunny's been entered in the giveaway. Woo! So those of you, there you go. Entry is now closed. Whew. Getting it in there at the wire then. Thank you for following.
The notes document for the stream, which started out as like 1 and a bit pages, is now almost 4 full pages. So like,
yeah,
I'm trying real hard to get through it all.
All right. Cool. All right, winner will be announced shortly.
Oh, there it is in chat.
All right. Matt J. Dunn, aka Talos, congratulations! You have won this month's virtual D&D weekend ticket giveaway. Please check your messages up the top. There you are. Huzzah! Indeed. All right. Super excited for that. All right. So to wrap it up, I'd like to reiterate the dates for the event are not August 19th through 21st. They are indeed. I missed that. Yep. They are indeed September. September dates. I don't have.
It's September. I don't even know. September 23rd to the 25th.
23rd to 25th. Let me look at a calendar. 23rd to 25th. We tried, okay? All right. You can see our September grid link, baldman.link/September-grid, the 3-month link that I just dropped there in the chat below. And of course, everybody, I would like to remind you, I'm gonna drop both those grid links again for you. So the grid link and the 3-month. And I've also just dropped all the links for the ways that you could join the Baldman Games community. Where to find those tickets, where to find more information on all of our events going on over the Baldman Games website, how to join our Discord community if you are somehow not involved there. It is the best place to bother Spencer. It is the worst place to bother me because I'm really bad at checking it. You can subscribe to our Twitch and YouTube channels. You don't even have to give us your real money. You can use your Amazon Prime money. Or you can follow us, because that's free. And we like that too. Thank you to everyone who followed us today, by the way. We had a lot of new followers, and we really appreciate that. It means a lot to us. And of course, you can follow us on social media, Baldman Games on Twitter, Baldman Games on Facebook, where we also have a group that you can join if you'd like to have a little bit more laid back conversation that's a little bit easier to follow than the Discord can be at times. It's especially a good place to talk about upcoming events with longtime attendees who've been part of the Baldman family for too long to talk about. And there's a Winter Fantasy group as well. But I never link that, but it's there. It exists. I should link it one time. But that is this month's Scry ahead. Spencer, anything else?
Not much else. I will be posting a recap of all of this in the Discord channel when I get a chance, along with links and everything. Also, for those of you who are aware of it, the first episode of Groggy History of the Forgotten Realms is done and ready. We're just waiting for the right chance to unveil it. So
it's so good. It's so much better than
it's so bad.
I did an impromptu recording, everybody, and it's probably never gonna see the light of day. I'm sorry to everyone who's gonna be really excited by this. An impromptu
I loved
recording the Valley Girls vlog of the Forgotten Realms, like totally, yeah. And you know, it was great, but like I hated it. So look forward to never seeing that. You're welcome. But thank you.
I've got to download a copy forever.
Thank you all for tuning in today. Yeah, Madison, 2 N's and 1 Y, but it's not where you think. It's not where you think. That's it for this month's Scry Ahead. Just tune in next week, or next month, next week, whatever. Whenever it is, you know, be here or be square. All right. On that note,
Bye, everybody.
I'm gonna go. Bye.